What's up, y'all? Welcome into Sports with Balls. I am your host, Jeff Michael. I'm trying to look up this National Day thing. I should have done it right before the show, but I'm doing it now. Welcome into the show, guys. Today's show brought to you by Novus Building and Design. At Novus Building and Design, we believe in building a home is more than just construction. It's a calling. Being female-owned and family-run, guided by faith and commitment to integrity, they've spent their entire career turning visions into reality through home building and remodeling services. Sorry. The phone number's on the screen right there. 713-805-9513. Call Amanda at Novus Building and Design. 713-805-9513. National holidays, guys. Man, always get into this because I think it's absolutely hysterical, bro. All right. Let's see. Hold on, I'm getting all this straight. Where are we at? Man, I've got to get my computer set up. I started the show way before I set up, probably. But it's all right. Today is National Beer Day. If you need an excuse, you have got one. I mean, that's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. It's also National No Housework Day, which honestly might be the greatest holiday ever created. Fellas, send that to your wife immediately and just point at it. And then we've got National Walking Day, which I will not be participating in. The only walking I'm doing today is to the fridge. Although I did go work out this morning. I started that up again. Honestly, if you combine all three of those, you got yourself a pretty elite day. No housework, drinking beer, and calling it cardio when you walk back and forth to and from the kitchen. All right, now we got that covered. On to the important stuff. Let's get into it. Tonight is what it's all about, guys. NCAA National Championship game. One game, winner takes everything, season on the line. And honestly, the tournament has been wide open. The pressure is completely different. You usually don't see a track meet. These games tend to be tighter, more physical, and a little lower scoring. The stats back it up. Teams that win the turnover battle win about 70% of these games. Usually comes down to guard play, free throws, and those who execute in the final few minutes. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out who should win this game. You've got Michigan, UConn. UConn's a 2 seed, Michigan a 1 seed, 36-3. Michigan, UConn's 34-5. Obviously, Mr. Hurley, for the head coach of UConn, has been here a bunch. I think 3 of the last 4 years. Is that correct? They're favored. Oh, I'm sorry. Michigan's favored. Michigan minus 6.5. Ooh. I just now looked at this. Damn, I may take UConn plus 6.5. I mean, I get it. Michigan's pretty damn dominant. And listen, if you want to talk about a quiet team throughout the NCAA tournament, it's Michigan. Nobody said anything about them until the last 4 days. That's wild. I think I got UConn plus 6.5 on this. The over-under's at 145.5. 70-something each or 60-80. Man, I don't know. I don't know if I'd mess with that. I do like the UConn plus 6.5. This is a national championship game. UConn is very, very well coached. You know, I'm taking it. I'm taking UConn plus the 6.5, dude. I get it. Michigan's good. UConn's really well coached. Even if they lose, I don't see it by 7. So I think I'm going to stick with UConn plus 6.5. Don't be surprised this game comes down to 1 or 2 possessions. That's what I'm saying. 1 shot, 1 stop. That's what decides championships. And I'm down for it. I mean, I don't have I know the Fab Five was there the other day, and I wish that we could have some sort of resemblance of that back in college basketball. It would be fantastic. It's just not like that anymore. I mean, the combined total, I think, of these two teams spent, and that's a word these days because NIL, they spent over $20 million on their rosters combined. That is That's a lot. That is a lot of money to be playing college athletes. And these kids are making pro money. They are. And they will be one and dones. And you cannot follow a player. You cannot follow a team. You cannot follow really a coach. Nobody knows these kids anymore because they don't stick with a program. They're not there for long enough for you to really get to know them. You don't know who most of the kids are coming out in the draft anymore. You know, maybe the top 5. I think last year they had 2-3 Europeans in the top 5. Nobody knew who they were. No one. That's crazy. 7:50 Central Time is when the games or when the game will kick off tonight. I'm trying to look at any injuries. This will be a good game. This will be a really good game. I'm excited for it. UConn's got a better perimeter play. Michigan maybe the better defense. Ooh. Give me UConn plus the points. I'll take UConn plus the points. That's my bet. That's all I got. That's all I got on it. We saw the South Carolina women get beat in the national championship yesterday. And I think the women's tournament, look, it's fantastic as well. It's just not near as competitive. And somebody, please tell me why the women have 4 quarters and the men have 2 halves. For the life of me, I even chat GPT'd it. There's not really a logical explanation. Something about advertising or whatever. I don't know. But the men play 2 halves. The women play 4 quarters. It is absolutely awkward. All right, got to thank Hercules Geotechnical Consultants, residential and commercial. Go to www.herculesgeo.com. These guys have a huge focus on soil testing, geotechnical soil test on residential and commercial, new construction and building additions also. Phase 1 environmental site assessments. It's for banks, realtors that require it for commercial loans. Call Mark Fuentes, guys. Call Mark Fuentes if you get an opportunity, and he will take care of you at 713-884-5504. If you need some soil test done, that's Hercules Geotechnical Consultants. All right, now let's get into some Major League Baseball. And sorry, listen, guys, if y'all wanted me to sit here and rant and rave over the NCAA stuff, I'm not going to do it. It's going to be a good game tonight. I'm taking UConn plus 6.5. Should be fun. The tournament was fun. And it's over. March Madness is over after tonight. And, yeah, man, try to make some money. Try to make some money tonight if you lost it throughout the tournament. I don't know. I didn't see if anybody's bracket made it all the way to where it is now. I think that would be all over the news if it did, but mine got busted a long time ago. I had Arizona winning. So, anyways, go UConn plus 6.5. That's my bet tonight. I'll put that in my parlay of the day here in a little bit. All right, let's get on to some baseball, man. MLB is rolling, and right now, offenses are bombing away. Pitchers still getting to the rhythm. Bullpens are already getting worked. Astros. And if you're seeing some high scoring games you are seeing some high scoring games early. It's what happened every year. Hitters get ahead of the pitchers. Guys are working counts, getting into bullpens early. Once that happens, the runs start piling up. From a local standpoint, I just mentioned the Astros is coming down to starting pitching, and we already saw yesterday Hunter Brown on the 15-day IL, and our bullpen has already given up 17 runs. I said that correctly. The bullpen for the Astros has given up 17 runs already. Guys, there's only 10 games. We've only played 10 games. That's unheard of. That is an issue. That is a really, really big issue. I don't know. I haven't looked at everybody else's. I can tell you that, let's see, the highest scoring teams right now in the MLB are as follows. The Astros, number 1, with 60 runs scored. Milwaukee Brewers, number 2, 52. Brewers look good again. The Washington Nationals have scored 49 runs already. Higher than the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Chicago Cubs, who are next. Damn. Get it, Nationals. James Wood over there putting it on. I The Dodgers look great. Let's just go through it. I'll get into the games today too. I was, spitting about the Astros and their bullpen. Yordan Alvarez. Since we're on the Astros, Yordan Alvarez looks like a baller. This is what happens every year. And you're praying, and I said this on the last show. I said it on the last show, and I'm going to say it again. Yordan stays healthy, the Astros can win the World Series. It's that simple. If you take him out of the lineup, it drastically, completely changes that lineup. It's not that scary anymore. But, man, when Yordan's in there, you got Altuve, Yordan, Correa. If Cam Smith starts hitting, you got Jeremy Pena coming back. I mean, my goodness, dude. Those boys can hit the ball. The Astros are going to make some noise if Yordan stays healthy. It's just staying healthy. That's all there is to it. You just have to stay healthy, Yordan, and the Astros will be great. They take on the Rockies tonight. I think the over-under for this game is 10.5. I don't know if I'm going to bet the under or just the Astros, but what did I have so far today on my parlay of the day? You know what? I'll say that at the end. I'll do the parlay of the day for the end. What other team do I want to talk about? The Angels. Let's stay in the American League West. Angels look good. But the problem is somebody from the Seattle Mariners decided to beam Mike Trout yesterday, and that is absolutely ridiculous. And I know it was a high inside. Listen, I know it was a high inside pitch. I get it. But, dude, it's Mike Trout. Stay away, dude. Come on, man. Give him a shot. It dinged him on the hand. I believe he's out tonight. I think they're doing x-rays, and I don't want him to be hurt. He's starting off very, very good, man. Very good. I like it when Mike Trout's healthy. And he's only got a few more seasons left, right? But the Angels are 5-5 in second place, right below the Houston Astros in the American League West. Then you have the Rangers, Mariners, and, of course, your Athletics. By the way, man, walk-off home run last night against the Astros, that's just unacceptable. Walk-off 3-run shot. The game ended 12-10. Dude, the scores are booming. Look, if you're going to gamble on not the Astros, but in the MLB in general right now, take the over for these games. Like, it is unbelievable the amount of runs that are being scored. New York Yankees over in the American League East, dominating right now, 7-2, looking good. Judge isn't even on fire yet, so they should continue to roll. Tampa Bay Rays and the Toronto Blue Jays right behind them. Look, everybody's getting going. I get it. Baltimore Orioles are – I expected the Orioles to kind of be a little bit better. It's only 9 games in. I get it. But they're 3-6. That doesn't look good. The Red Sox, that is the surprise of the East. They were booing the Boston Red Sox in their own stadium saying, sell the team. This was last night, 9 games into the 2026 season. The Red Sox fans have had it. They're 2-7 and screaming to sell the team. Whoa. Wow. I think the Red Sox are playing the Brewers. This doesn't get any easier. I'll get into the games here in a minute. The Central, the Cleveland Guardians doing good. Royals aren't there yet, man. Neither are the Tigers. White Sox a little bit of a surprise. They're 4-5 right now. So I like that. I already went over the West. Now over to the National League. Who's the best team in baseball over the last 150 games? Do y'all know this? Or let's say 120. Is it 120 or 90? Let's just go 100. The best team in baseball over the last 100 games. It's not the Dodgers. It's the Miami Marlins. I'm not even joking, guys. The last half of the season last year, they were the best team in baseball, and they have started off 6-3 this year. They're good. They're good. Problem is the Mets are 6-4, and so are the Braves. And the Phillies are 5-4. The National League East looks awesome. And I am glad and happy that the Miami Marlins are making noise. That is fantastic. The Braves are third in that division right now. We'll tied for second with a plus 27 run differential. The Braves can score some runs. Is that the highest in the whole league? I think it is. Nope, one more team higher. I'll get to them in a second. Miami Marlins look good. Mets look okay. Braves look good. Phillies look decent. The Central, the team that I was just referring to with the higher run differential, the Milwaukee Brewers, 7-2. The Dodgers, the Brewers, and the Yankees all sit at 7-2, the best record in the league. I love baseball, man. The Pittsburgh Pirates are 6-3. Connor Griffin got called up It couldn't be any better. I love this. Pittsburgh is 6-3. I said they'd be relevant, and they are. O'Neal Cruz is on fire. On fire. For all you gambling people. O'Neal Cruz, I think, has 4 or 5 home runs to lead the majors. Let's see. You got the Reds, who are also playing very, very, very good baseball. I like this when teams are relevant. The Cardinals in the Central are even playing good baseball. They're 5-4. I mean, dude, the teams that are relevant right now, and I get it. I understand we're only 10 games in. Marlins, Mets, Braves, Phillies, Brewers, Pirates, Reds, Cardinals, Dodgers, Diamondbacks. Those teams are all relevant right now in the National League. That is awesome. That is good baseball, man. The American League, just as always, there's only a few teams, and the separation will be a lot here pretty soon. But in the National League, man, lots of fun, dude. Dodgers in the West obviously lead the division at 7-2. Diamondbacks 5-5. Padres 4-5. Tatis 0 home runs so far. 10 games in. That's interesting. Maybe I'll bet him to hit a home run tonight. Maybe I'll bet him to hit a home run tonight. That's my MLB breakdown, guys. Like I said, we're early on in the season. I'm going to talk about baseball every show from now until the World Series, so get used to it. Absolutely love baseball, but there's another event coming on this week that tickles my fancy, and that is the Masters. That's right. The Masters is here, and there's one person that will not be making it to the Masters. His name? Tiger Woods. All right, I got to say this. I know some people aren't going to like it. We need to stop doing this with athletes, especially legends, where we pretend they're still the same guy they were 10 to 15 years ago. Tiger Woods is one of the greatest to ever touch a golf club. That's not even up for debate. But every time something happens, we all jump right back into this idea that he's about to make another run and be dominant again. At some point, we have got to be real. The body isn't the same. The consistency isn't there. And the off-the-course stuff just keeps piling up. It's not just Tiger. We do this with everybody. We hold on to the peak versions of these guys like it's still happening right now. And I'm a massive Jordan fan. We do it with Jordan too. There's a difference between respecting greatness and refusing to accept reality. Because what ends up happening is we stop appreciating what they actually were, and instead we keep judging them against something they can't be anymore. Tiger doesn't need another comeback to prove anything. He already gave us one of the greatest careers we've ever seen. But every time something happens like this, it's just a reminder we might be watching the end and not the beginning. It is an absolute disaster what's going on. And honestly, that's okay. The problem is, as fans, we don't like endings. We want one more run, one more moment, one more flash of what used to be. But sports doesn't work like that forever. Are we really watching a contender, or are we just holding on to a memory when it comes to Tiger Woods? It is obvious and apparent that he has a pill problem. And it might be because of his back. It might be because of the surgeries. It might be whatever. But it's just, oh, man. It's bad, man. It's bad. I don't know what, and I absolutely love Tiger Woods. I am one of the biggest Tiger Woods fans there is. I freaking love the guy. But watching these things over and over and over are beginning to hurt. They're really starting to like dig into his reputation. So, I mean, the call and the president and all that, it's like, is he going to get off of this? 100%. Will he ever beat Tiger Woods again? The only way, look, as sports fans, winning cures all, right? Winning cures everything. So if he comes back and he wins again, all is forgotten. But if he does something like, this is it. This is it for Tiger. If he does something like this again, I believe that the public eye of Tiger Woods is going to be skewed. Very much so. All right, let's get into some major, let's check the NBA real fast. We're coming up to the playoffs. I just want to check in on the NBA real fast and see if there are any parlays on there today. We have any good teams playing bad teams today in the NBA? Let's check it out because I've been killing it on this largest lead 17.5. We have the Cavs and the Grizzlies. May do that. 17.5 points. The line is 15.5. I don't think the Grizz covered last night. Let's see. I think I'm going to do that. How did they play the last time? 108, 100. I don't know. I might wait till tomorrow on the NBA. Let's do the parlay of the day. Let's go to Major League Baseball for the games today, and let's do the parlay of the day. Astros and Rockies. Give me the Astros. I might even take them. Well, you know what? Dude, what is it? 10.5 runs. I hate betting even when they're like doing well. I don't like betting the Astros because it seems like they let me down. So if you want to bet the Astros, that's fine. They should win the game. The over under is 10.5. It should go over that. So if you want to bet the over on the Astros, go ahead. I've already told you it's NCAA basketball at UConn plus 6.5. Cubs and the Rays. Nope, not touching that. Royals at the Guardians. Nope. Padres and Pirates. Did I pick the Pirates? No, not yet. I've got a few of these. Brewers and Red Sox. Give me the Brew Crew. The Red Sox are in a really, really bad place. Brewers are 7-2. Red Sox are 2-7. I know this is in Boston. Anything can happen, but I like the Brewers. Give me the Cardinals at the Nationals as well. Cardinals are playing good ball. And by the way, the over-under on that game is 8. I'm going to take the over on that game for the Cards and Nationals. All right, let's go with the Dodgers and the Blue Jays. No, I'm leaving that alone. Orioles, White Sox. No. Tigers, Twins. No. Mariners, Rangers, Braves, Angels, Phillies, Giants. Which other one did I have? Oh, the Tigers. Tigers over the Twins. I like that a lot. I like the Tigers. I like the Astros. I like the Brewers. What else we got? The Reds and the Marlins game to go over. Yep. All right, here's your parlays. Look, do what you want. But Reds and Marlins game will go over. And it's at 8. I'm going to take the over on that. I'm going to also take the over on the Cards and Nats game. I'm also going to take the Brewers game and the Tigers game. I like the Brewers to win, the Tigers to win, and the Astros if you want to put them in there. Plus UConn plus 6.5. All right. Is there any NFL news going on? Do we have anything in the NFL? Anything that's worth talking about? I saw Angel Reese got traded. The Sky traded Angel Reese to the Dream. Now, I believe, look, this is the new CBA, right, in the WNBA, and that's what they have. And I think that this is because there's a lot of money. There is a lot of money that you're going to have to pay Angel Reese, and I don't believe that the Sky want to pay that. So they traded her to the Dream for 2 first-round picks. The Dream will also receive a 2028 second-round swap. The Giants' defensive tackle, all-pro defensive tackle Dexter Lawrence, has requested a trade. Interesting. Lamar Jackson has reported to Ravens camp, the beginning, that's actually good news because Lamar Jackson sometimes does not report. So he's there early, and he's going to get it in. Ravens looking good, although they did not get that Max Crosby trade. Oof, that hurt. Luka Doncic will go to Europe, and I believe, look, all these players do it because there's medicine in Europe, there's medicine in South America that is better than here. We do not allow it here because it would probably eat into a lot of medical bills, and that is a lot of money here. So Luka is going to go overseas and hopefully be ready for the playoffs. He's going to go get some peptides or whatever you want, whatever you want to call it. But says he'll be ready for the playoffs, or is aiming to be ready for the playoffs. NCAA, I told you UCLA wins. They beat South Carolina in the women's championship. in an absolute beatdown. Let's see. Any other news to go over? I don't think so, man. The Masters. We didn't talk about it. Well, let's see. We'll just get into this real fast. I know Tiger isn't playing. Rory won last year. They had the dinner coming up. Who do I like in Scotty Scheffler, Rory, Bryson, Xander Schauffele, Cameron Young? Give me Cameron Young. Or Ludwig Aberg. I like him. I like those two guys. Give me Cameron and Ludwig. I mean, look, the other guys are John Rahm, Tommy Fleetwood, Justin Rose, Jordan Spieth. And I'll try to do Brooks Koepka's in it. I'll try to do a little bit more research before the show on Wednesday. We'll do a pre-Masters show. Tiger's not in it. Scheffler hasn't been playing that great. He's got his new baby, though. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes, man. All right. I got to get out of here, guys. Before I do, I got to thank Wes Butler over at Butler CCS. Fire, water, mold, roofing, you name it. 713-330-9472. Call Wes Butler over there if you have an issue, if you have fire, water, mold, or if you need a new roof. Give Wes Butler a call at Butler CCS. 713-330-9472. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. I'm Jeff Michael. This is Sports with Ball. See you Wednesday.